good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. Before we get into this, I just wanted to let you all know I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week called The Done Creative Live. Link for that channel is in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out what is upgrading in your life. What is about to level up or shift in such a positive way for you? We're going to find out right now. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy, and focus in on piles number 1 with the amethyst pendulum, pile number 2 with the smoky quartz pendulum, and pile number 3 with the rose quartz pendulum. This is also going to be a 2-part reading, so I would like you to focus in on option A or B as well. And if multiple piles call out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you, so at least choose 2. One between 1, 2, and 3, and then one of A or B. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please, please, please remember these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your situation, and your life, and leave the rest behind. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, for those of you who selected pile number 1 or the beautiful amethyst pendulum, this is going to be your reading. Amethyst on amethyst. We're going to just go ahead and start with the tarot and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. So what do we have here? Oh, this is so interesting. So this is cool. A lot of people confuse the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups because both situations appear to have someone moving away from something that is no longer serving them. In the regular Rider-Waite depiction, the Six of Swords, there is a person ferrying a couple of people away in a boat. The Eight of Cups, someone has their back turned on the cups and they are walking away. So for this, what I like to say as the difference between these two is this is more thought because swords are more of our thoughts, our mental processes, and the cups are more of our emotions. So when you get the Eight of Cups in a reading, this is all about walking away from something or someone or situation that is no longer emotionally fulfilling. But with the Six of Swords, this is you moving in a new direction. Yes, as a result of you moving in a new direction, you are moving away from something, but the focus is more on moving in the direction you've selected rather than trying to walk away from someone, if that makes sense. But because you've got both, it's almost like you guys are upgrading in your life. The emotional connections, and you're walking away from anything that is just not fulfilling you anymore, but you're also really excited to go in the direction that is meant for you, that is going to serve your emotional and mental fulfillment as well. And I always call the Six of Swords my internet card. So many of you may really be expanding your presence online or having your social media blow up in some way, whether this is just a personal account or if you're doing something similar to what I'm doing, having a YouTube channel or even a pick a card channel, something like that. But people want to hear more what you have to say than maybe in weeks, days, months past. And with this Nine of Pentacles, to me, this is just showing all of that hard work you've put into something. Some of you, this could be this online presence or this social media or content creation or whatever it is. Even communication with someone, you're realizing it's just not going to go anywhere moving forward, so you're deciding to walk away from something that is no longer fulfilling you. But as a result of you making these choices, these shifts, these decisions in your life, you're getting that, coin. You're reaping what you sown. You are getting the benefit of what all hard work you have put in. This is a culmination point for you guys. So something upgrading in your life could actually be your finances as a result of you choosing something more emotionally fulfilling and more mentally satisfying as well. So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards. Alright, so we have here, we're going to start right down the middle here. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And what is this person in the Eight of Cups regular Rider-Waite depiction doing? They are walking away. They are taking a new path, leaving behind the old, ready to just step into something new. And a lot of times with that Eight of Cups, they don't know exactly where they're going. They just know what they're moving away from. And maybe you guys have decided, pairing that up with the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, maybe you have decided finally what direction you want to go, and you knowing where to go as you're walking away from something no longer fulfilling for you. But you need to be the leader in your own life. You need to take those action steps you're guided to take, because this stuff isn't going to happen if you just think, yeah, I probably should do this, but then you don't actually take action on it. This is you actually allowing yourself to go in a new direction. And wow, we're going to pair that up with these two, because look here, you've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. We've also got weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So the double word or double meaning here is the word boundaries. So many of you, what you're walking away from is allowing other people to just overstep their welcome, or just, siphon your energy like an energy vampire. You're done allowing people to walk all over you, or to just use you and just drain you is really what I see. But that codependency, some of you, that is what you're walking away from. You're leaving a relationship. But if that doesn't resonate, you're just leaving behind cycles within certain relationships that do feel codependent, or where your boundaries are being taken advantage of, or maybe where you have overstepped your boundaries with other people. You're really bringing it back to center and realizing a more balanced approach to your life and the way you interact with other people as well. So you're overcoming some of this codependency and getting real clear and real in touch with what it is you're here to do, and being that leader in your own life. So this is something upgrading in your life, is you're just taking the bull by the horns, Taurus pun, or you are just becoming that leader in your own life, because you're bringing your power back. You are letting go of the past, or, other people's opinions and negativity from the past, traumas from the past. You're really moving through this and letting it go. And for some of you, I really am drawn to this water here. So maybe immersing yourself in water, be it natural water or water in your bathtub, however it looks for you, and just imagining all of the weight of the world, the things that are not yours to carry, just melting away. Even your own negativity and toxicity, you can imagine that melting right off of you. Or even in the shower, just kind of almost doing like a violet flame transmutation while the water hits you in the shower, and you're just releasing everything that's not yours, that's not serving your highest good as well. So then we have the Whale card with the word breach. So many of you are breaching that surface. You are breaking out of your limiting beliefs, your comfort zones. You're going beyond something that you never thought was possible, or at the very least you're willing now, as a result of walking away from what's not serving you and moving in a direction that will serve you better. You're leveling yourself up to a point where very soon you're going to be like, wow, I never thought I'd accomplish this, or I always wished I could accomplish this, but I never really saw it happening. Well, look at this. You are making it happen. And again, with whales, they use sonar, I think it's called, with their communication, their vibration. They communicate for very long distances away. So some of you may actually be communicating with like-minded people all over the world through, again, the internet or some sort of online presence, where you're really being able to reach a lot of people with the truth that you're trying to speak, or just communicating in some way with people all over the place. Then we also have this Wind card, activation. So yes, many of you are leveling up, level up as a result of a lot of these current transits that are going on in the astrology. And again, this is a timeless reading, but you are tapping into a snapshot of when I'm filming this, and that same transformation, that same activation will be available to you even if you're watching this 10 years in the future. But this activation, your DNA is being upgraded, your spiritual practices are being up-leveled and upgraded, your appearance is being upgraded, just all these different facets and areas of life. I'm seeing Spirit showing me now a very precious diamond or gemstone that has just been completely faceted and cut in perfection, and clarity, and cleaned and cut, and it's clear, and it's just so beautiful. That's what you're doing in your own life. And you're getting help from your own higher self, from these cosmic codes that are coming in with all the energy, with this craziness we've been having with the solar storms and with the Schumann resonance popping off. And I'm not just talking about at the time of my filming. I'm saying, this has been going on for the last few years. It's just been amplifying. The more time goes on, these things just get more and more amplified. But we are leveling up, and we are getting helped from our spirit team, from the cosmic friends and helpers that we have around us. So remember, guys, this is a 2-part reading. Go ahead and choose also between pile A or B. The timestamp for that will be in the description, and I will see you over there. All right, for those of you who selected pile 2, or this beautiful, thick little smoky quartz that I almost forgot the name of it for a second there, pendulum, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and set him there, and we're going to start with our tarot and then get additional guidance from the oracle. All right, so, oh, this is cool. I like this a lot. So we'll start right here in the middle. You guys have the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about balancing those scales. If things have been really stressful for you financially, you're getting some sort of help, or maybe a promotion, or some way, somehow, things are going to be moving forward for you financially. If you are doing really well, you may be really feeling like you want to help other people. So maybe you're donating to charities, or, helping a friend or a family member out in some way. And again, even though this is Pentacles, this doesn't always have to look like financial help or financial abundance. This could look like just someone helping energetically, or with their time or effort, or giving you supplies, donating things to you that they no longer want, like clothing or materials to do your job, whatever it can look like, and vice versa. You may be doing this for other people as well, but you're being helped. And one thing that is upgrading in your life is you are feeling more philanthropic, or like you want to help others and give others something. And many of you are feeling this way because you have once, at some point in your life, been down and out and needed that extra hand or just help. And now many of you really feel like you are in a position that you can help. Again, doesn't always have to look financial, but you are able to help someone. I see someone donating old baby stuff to a family member or a friend that they are now having a baby, and they could definitely use that stuff. And it, double bonus, it actually clears out the clutter from your life. So you can bring in more abundance for yourself in another way, and also still be helping someone else out. So with the 5 of Pentacles, this normally is that kind of left out in the cold feeling, and we've got a lone wolf here. So maybe I'm really reading this more, not so much financially, although this could look like that lack mentality, or just not feeling like you ever have enough. It's like that living paycheck to paycheck feeling. So some of you could definitely be tapping into that. But I'm really almost feeling like this is you feeling that cold shoulder from other people in your life, friends, family, co-workers, acquaintances. You just feel like maybe some of you either feel like you don't fit in, or you have felt recently like, everybody's moving on with their lives and having so much fun, and you're just still in the same place. Take this as it resonates. But one thing upgrading for you guys is you are stepping out of that. You're no longer feeling left out in the cold. Those of you who prefer the lone wolf's lifestyle, you're just really living it up in that lone wolfness. Or those of you who wish you could have more like-minded friends or family members, or someone to talk to, maybe even a partner, this could be that this is coming online for some of you, that there's a big change in the winds with a lot of relationships, and even just feeling that financial or material stability in your life and abundance. You guys are getting a big victory, because look here, we've got the 6 of Wands, and this is also like that ego card. So some of you are getting a real nice bump, or like a nod to your ego, like, wow, job well done, you're amazing, we love you, oh my gosh, I wish I could be like you. But this is just to say, don't let that go to your head, because there's going to be a lot of people reaching out to you to tell you how amazing you are and how much you've helped them or inspired them. Maybe the 6 of Pentacles energy is you doing, something similar to what I'm doing, or maybe you're some sort of life coach or, positive person that's really, that shoulder to cry on for people, or you're really helping people in your job, or just as a hobby, you like to go around helping people. Again, doesn't have to be monetary. It could just be your advice or that shoulder to cry on. But people are really letting you know how appreciated you are. So just don't let that go to your head. I'm sure you guys won't, but that could be one of the little side effects of the 6 of Wands, is that, you can get a little bit of an inflated ego. And I like to say, what other people think about us are none of our business, both good and bad. So not just the bad stuff, but also the good. People are judging us through the lens of their experience and how they view the world. So even if they think you're a god on earth, I mean, you know the truth, you know the reality, you know you're imperfect and you've made mistakes, and that's not to say to beat yourself up for those mistakes, but you know that you are not some, celebrity or perfect person. I mean, even celebrities a lot of times are like, why are all these people like praising me and worshiping me, basically? It's weird because I'm just a person. And so you may be kind of struggling or dealing with some of these issues coming up. It's, I guess, a good problem to have because people are noticing you, people are recognizing you. You are getting that public recognition for many of you that you have really been seeking. And with these balanced scales here, I'm really seeing too, those of you on social media or who have put in a lot of work with something, you're finally getting recognized for that hard work, both monetarily and like that kudos, that pat on the back, that attaboy. Like, you're getting the recognition and the respect and the admiration from other people. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards. Okay, we're going to start right here in the middle. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So that recognition some of you are getting has to do with your art, your creation. And again, if you're like, well, I'm not a creative person, I beg to differ. We are all creator beings as humans. That is our specialty. We create things. We create our life. We create our suffering. We create art. We create a lot of things. So even if you don't resonate with the artist title, you are still an artist of your own life. But those of you who are on that creative train and really going after your creative dreams, this is just letting you know you're going to manifest something very beautiful in your life. Maybe you are very in the near future creating a masterpiece, being able to release a book or finish a painting, and then you're going to be able to go on and sell this to create that abundance in your life, have that recognition for this beautiful project that you have completed. For some of you at work, this just could be a long-term project you've been working on is finally complete, and you're getting those glowing accolades that you've been waiting for and seeking. So it's beautiful. But you guys are also being called to have that creative accountability in your life, not just living the life other people tell you to live, or what you think you should do because this person does it, that person does it. No, live your life and have that accountability in your life to live a creative life, to decorate your home, to really show your personality, to wear the clothes that make you feel creative and good in the skin that you're in, to take care of the things that you own, to really showcase the things that you are creating in your life. That is your responsibility. That's what this is really showing. So something that's really upgrading in some of your lives could just be the fact that you're feeling more creative, especially those of you who have felt blocked lately. Guess what? It's coming back online. It's coming in hot, and I love that. So then we have the Earthed card, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. And it's interesting because just like pile 1, 2 of these cards had a very similar word or the same word within it. Your word, activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. We've got the word earthed and earth twice. So your connection to the earth. All 3 of these cards, there is this beautiful natural element of connection to the earth. But this here, she is floating above the earth. It's almost like she's here, but not quite here. So this is showing that it's best for you guys to get out in nature, get grounded, also still maintain your spiritual connection because you will have that as well, but to make sure you're grounding your connection to the earth. And with this activated earth, this might look like some of the upgrades you're making in your life is you're going to have the ability to travel, to get out there, to visit places you've always dreamed of visiting, or just, even if that's just a place in your local area that you miss going to this place is really going to help you feel really more in control of your own life. But I love the part here, trust where you're led. So many of you are learning to tap more into your intuition, connecting to your higher self, to really know that you can trust the inner guidance that you're receiving. And when you get this inclination to travel to a far off place, or make a move, or to make a purchase, or to sell something, or whatever decision you're looking to make, trust your inner guidance. So something activating for you is your intuition is really going to be on point and just off the chain. So really feel into that intuition, you guys. So we also have the iceberg card, submerged. So many of you are, we've got this activated earth card. There's some water going on, some ocean here. So submerging in water, we got this same vibe in group 1 as well. So I think as a collective right now, whenever it is you're watching this, it's just really important that we do connect with water. And again, our bodies are anywhere from 60 to 80% water, depending who you're asking or how hydrated a person is. So connecting to the water crystals, yes, we are a crystal. We are made up of crystals, so you are the most precious crystal on this earth. Just if you didn't know that, now you do. Talking lovingly to those water crystals in your body. Everything we say to our bodies, the body is listening. So when we're like, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm whatever, that are negative, our body's gonna take that on. But then when we say, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy, I'm, whatever, the body is also listening to that. So whatever it is you're saying, your body is listening. But also with this submerged card, I'm almost feeling too, like some of you have felt really overwhelmed with just the amount on your plate, the amount of to-do tasks that you have, or there's just, a really busy season of life that some of you have really been just barely keeping your nose above the water. And this is letting you know that very soon you're going to have time to relax, to recuperate, to go on a vacation or enjoy yourself and really bask in the accolades and praise that a lot of people are giving you. So that time is coming very soon. So if you are still working hard, kind of that 9 of Wands energy, don't give up yet, because you're almost there. You're almost to one of the finish lines. Not like the ultimate finish line, but I'm seeing a pretty significant finish line in your life. You're about to hit that finish line, so keep going. Then we also have here the ceremony card with invocation. So some of you may be deepening your spiritual practice, looking more into natural ways of doing ceremonies, plant medicine. Maybe you are looking into green witchcraft or white magic, connecting to the earth elementals with all this earth energy, the fae, multidimensional beings, just really feeling more connected to the natural world, making crystal grids, making mandalas, whatever this feels or looks like for you. Maybe some of you are just starting a morning routine where you're pulling yourself a daily tarot card, or keeping a tarot journal or a dream journal. This can look many different ways, but whatever it is that you are trying to invoke or bring into your life, a great way to make it feel more real in your life is to create some sort of ceremony or ritual surrounding it that makes you feel like you are like that alchemist or that magician to bring the ideas or the dreams that you have down to reality. So I think that's all I'm seeing for the group. But remember, this is a 2-part reading, so we're not quite done. So whichever of pile A or B you selected, go ahead and find the timestamp for that, and I will see you over there. I realized my camera was not recording. Pretty sure I pushed record, but yeah, it wasn't recording. So it is the 2nd day of Mercury retrograde, so am I right? Mercury retrograde vibes. Good thing we weren't too far into the reading before I figured it out. So here we go, let's continue. Alright, group 3, or those of you who chose this cute little rose quartz pendant, or pendulum I should say, this is going to be a reading, if I can get her to stay. There we are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and then get additional guidance from the oracle. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. I'm excited for you. So, yes, 6 of Cups, nostalgia vibes, childhood vibes, the past. It's all coming up right now to be healed is what I'm hearing. But that doesn't mean all of the past needs healed, because there's a lot of stuff from your past that you cherish, that you love, that you really just feel good when you think about it. So some of you may be going through old boxes from your childhood, childhood toys, old love notes that you wrote in high school, old notebooks from your school years, or just getting to see friends or cousins or family members from your childhood that maybe you haven't seen in a very long time, or just your past in general. It doesn't always have to be childhood with 6 of Cups, but someone from the past, a person from your past, could be returning. And one of the ways that you may be upgrading with this energy here is you're just leveling up a friendship or a relationship from your past. For some of you, this could even look like a past love coming in, and you're gonna make a new, fresh start with it, because this person is offering this person the Ace of Cups, or, a brand new start in love. Again, this doesn't always have to look like romantic love. This could be a friend from the past that maybe you guys just lost contact with. and you're just rekindling that friendship. Or this could be you revisiting something from your past, wanting to move back home to your hometown for some of you, revisit an old career path that maybe you thought you were done with, but now you're kind of thinking, well, I don't know, I really did enjoy that. I see someone actually getting a job back at a place they once worked, but it's at a higher pay level and a better job title. I mean, you guys, wow, I'm getting so many different instances for you guys. So you're going to just have to take what resonates and just leave the rest. And again, I apologize, my dog is down there hacking. He's had this problem for a while and the vet doesn't know what's going on. So he is 13 and a half years old, so maybe it's just his age, I don't know. This Eight of Swords energy here, we have just feeling stuck or like in some sort of mental prison, very stagnant, very set in belief systems, because this is something you are upgrading or leveling up in your life. Many of you are stepping out of those limiting beliefs, or you're deciding, you know, I'm done with this one thing in my life. I'm ready for something better. I deserve something better, and I'm not going to settle for anything less. So big round of applause for those of you who are leaving behind toxic situations. Kind of going back to that Six of Cups energy, some of you may be finally, I see someone who's maybe lived in their hometown for 20 years plus, and you're like, you know, I'm so sick of the drama in this town. I just need a fresh start. So that could be for one specific person, just wanting to have a clean slate, a new beginning, and just leave a lot of their past behind by moving like across country or maybe even to another country. But we also have the Wheel of Fortune. So something up-leveling and upgrading in your life could just be your luck, or just feeling like time is finally on your side, luck is on your side, the tides have shifted in your favor, like just so much good stuff coming in, especially to those of you who just feel like, if one more thing could go wrong in my life, I might as well just give up. Like, I am picking up a bit of that vibe with you guys, but then there is that other side of the coin where I think many of you have felt lately like things are finally starting to move forward and things are going well. Well, this is just going to let you know that things are going to continue to move in a much more positive direction for you. But for all of you watching, yes, things are just moving on up. You know, you're the Jeffersons, you're moving on up. So, yay! Okay, let's get into your oracle cards. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the middle with the Star Brothers card. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So the thing that's upgrading in your life is you are really coming down to figure out and realize who it is in your life you can trust, who it is that is loyal, who is safe for you, and just feeling this sense of protection around those who really do fit all that criteria. And the people, the situations, the places that just don't fit that criteria anymore, you're stepping out of it. You're leaving that mental jungle gym prison that maybe you have either concocted for yourself or others have concocted for you. You're leaving it behind and you're stepping into this more fulfilling part of your life where you just feel like things are, you know, not only moving forward, but like that you're protected as you navigate the world is really what I'm seeing. So then here we have the double mission card, Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you. So some of you, with this Six of Cups energy, you may be picking up past hobbies, and again, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, is some of you may be wanting to return to a job. This doesn't have to be you physically going back to that same job, although for some of you, I did see that as a possibility, but just wanting to step back into old hobbies. You know, for an example, I used to have a photography business, and I probably in the last 5, almost 6 years have mostly stepped away from that. I will take maybe, I mean, it's less than 10 sessions a year for sure, and usually on the closer end of 3 or 4 for sure. But once in a great while, I just feel the need to go out and shoot and just be really creative, and that's really the vibe I'm getting here. But some of you may be taking that to a whole new level where you're getting the itch to examine one of your past creative endeavors, and you don't want to just, you know, do it once or twice. You want to keep going and maybe make it a thing, whatever that looks like for you. But you guys are my starseeds, you are my light workers, so many of you may be also getting into contact with your spirit guides, your higher self, your cosmic ancestors, your physical ancestors here on the planet in the current family line that you're in, because you also have the cave sanctuary card and the shaman ancient healing wisdom card. So some of you are really tapping into your spiritual gifts from not just this life, but past lives, and also spiritual gifts in the line or the family lineage that you are currently incarnated into, but also all the other family lineages that you have ever incarnated into. With the Akashic Records, you have access to that information anytime. It's just a matter of learning and knowing how to tap into that. So many of you may be looking for ancient healing wisdom or healing modalities that, your ancestors were into, or, just natural healing ability that you have and you don't really know where it's from, but you can feel it in your soul and you just want to start living that and healing other people, healing yourself, healing the world. All of these things are very relevant right now. But many of you, with this protection, loyalty, safety, and trust here, and pairing that up with sanctuary, maybe some of you are just kind of fortifying your home, or just wanting to make your home a safer place by maybe clearing out things that are kind of toxic, like maybe cleaning supplies, or a lot of the EMF frequencies we get from our routers, our Wi-Fi, our electronics. Maybe you're turning your Wi-Fi off at night, or maybe you're eliminating Wi-Fi altogether and just plugging your computer into the wall or into the network port or whatever it's called, and eliminating the Wi-Fi so that you don't have to deal with those electromagnetic frequencies bombarding your body all day. But whatever it is, you're just wanting to protect, or I'm just seeing like a fortress. Like, I'm fortifying the castle, I'm fortifying it. So maybe you're just, much like group 1, you're putting up very clear boundaries with neighbors, with friends, with family members that just drop by your home all the time. Maybe you're just having to say, hey, I know in the past you just drop by and everything, and I appreciate that you care about me and want to come hang out with me and stuff, but like, I want some private time, I want a private life, I'm busy, whatever. You don't have to justify yourself. No is a complete sentence, is what Spirit's saying right now. But just putting up those boundaries and putting in those protections where you feel you need them, that's really going to help you. But many of you, this protection you're giving yourself is healing your body. Maybe you're looking into ways to get healthier, new fitness routines, or supplements that you can take that will help you on your healing journey. Maybe you're looking into alternative medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, holistic healing rather than your standard allopathic medicine. You're not wanting to put a band-aid on a gunshot wound. For some of you is what I'm hearing, especially those who've dealt with chronic pain, chronic illness. You're done listening to what you've been told and what you've learned just in the research with the mainstream sources, and you're looking for something deeper, something more alternative is really what I'm hearing. And then with the last card here, we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So that's exactly what we were getting into with these 2 cards, well, 3 cards really, with the protection and stuff. You guys are just wanting to take the utmost care, not of only your body, but your home, the people that live with you. If you're a parent, your children. If you're a child, maybe you're wanting to take better care of your parents or help your parents get into a healthier lifestyle or routine, because maybe some of you have seen some of your older parents starting to get chronic illness, chronic pain, and that's really hurting your heart, and you're just like, oh, I wish I could take the pain away, or maybe I can be researching stuff that can help my mom or my cousin or my aunt or my whoever. But you guys are really, you're coming from this place of your heart to want to offer someone something very emotionally fulfilling to help them. But also those of you who've been very busy, even in the mental capacity, if you've been very busy thinking, worrying, stressing, having depression, anxiety, this can literally exhaust your body. So those of you dealing with anything like that, one thing that is upgrading for you is you're going to be able to rest. Those of you with insomnia, it's almost like you can put your intention into, one thing I do when sleep is a little bit evasive, if I'm really in my head with that sword's energy, I will just kind of take back control. It's like, okay, I'm back. Brain, stop thinking for a while. Let's just say this. Okay, I'm immersed in sleep now. Sleep immerses me now. I'm immersed in sleep now. However you want to phrase it. But don't say I'm falling asleep, because there's kind of a weird negative connotation with falling for a lot of people. Or I will fall asleep. No, say I'm falling asleep now. That could be a good thing. Just to bring your attention back to your breath and, close your eyes and just try to get that rest. But some of you may even be looking into ways that you can change your day-to-day routine or lifestyle that it will allow you to wind down your mind and your body at nighttime. Okay, so this is not the end of your reading, but this is the end of this portion of the reading. This is a 2-part reading, so don't forget to go also check out pile A or B, or however many of those you chose, and I will see you over there. All right, for those of you who selected pile A, this is your card, and we're also going to do charms, story cubes, and I also have a little thing of fortunes here from all the fortune cookies. Probably not all the fortune cookies, but lots of fortune cookies from my past or my kids, my husband. We just save them once in a while. So, okay, let's figure out your card. We've got here listening, the throat chakra card with Larimar. That is the crystal depicted here in the watercolor on the back. But listening, if you want to be heard, learn to listen. So something upgrading for some of you could be that sense of clairaudience. Just hearing those spirit messages either in your head or, you know, you hear like people speaking in another room, but when you go in there, there's no one there. Maybe you're getting a lot of downloads and information from music or just flipping channels on the TV. You're getting guidance and wisdom and messages just from people's dialogue in the TV shows that you're watching, whatever resonates. But let's go ahead and get a culmination or accumulation of things. Let's go ahead and get a couple story cubes. Right, we've got like a helmet mask, kind of Viking looking helmet thingy, and a moon. Let's get into your charms. And let's also get you a fortune. I feel it. Okay, what is it? Okay, so we'll start with your fortune since it's in my hand. A cheerful letter or message is on its way to you. So that's really interesting. So letter or message, we were talking about, you know, messages you may be getting, just flipping channels. Maybe you're actually getting mail or a message or a letter from someone. The lucky numbers here are also the numbers 18, 15, 47, 5, and 64 if you want to have some additional things to look into, or if those numbers mean anything to you, that could just be an additional little message for you. So as far as the charms go, I don't know that I can zoom in much farther than what I've got going on. But we have here, and I never know what this is. It looks like a rabbit to me with a moon, and I don't even know. Music! There's that music, the clairaudience with the music note. That just double assures or affirms that message about getting communication through song lyrics or just music that really speaks to you on a really spiritual level. The little bow here, it just reminds me of getting fancy, getting dressed up. So some of you may be upgrading your wardrobe or just feeling fancy, maybe just feeling really good about the way you look, the way you feel in your body. Like these are all upgrading for you. We've got the starfish here, which is all about adaptability and strengthening bonds of connection to those you love. And you know, people think, oh, a starfish has 5 feet. It actually has hundreds of little feet below itself. So it's like really efficient in what it's doing. So maybe something upgrading for you is your sense of efficiency, or just feeling more like you're getting more done with less effort. Like maybe a project or something that you've been working on, or content, like if you're a content creator, maybe some of your old videos start really hitting the algorithm and you're getting a lot of views on something you've already put that hard effort and time into. So it's not like you're having to do anything extra, it's just kind of bonus from past work. So those of you who chose, I think it was pile 1, they had the 9 of Pentacles. This is hard work paying off. Work that you put in the past is now paying off for you. That's really beautiful. And we have here, it says made with a smile, but it's actually the sun. So, you know, the sun in tarot is a very positive omen, a very positive card. The things are really brightening up. The dark times, you know, with the moon, we got the sun and the moon here. So this to me, you could, when the sun and moon are together, that's a new moon. When the sun and moon are opposite, that's a full moon. So maybe you're using the moon cycles to really figure out your life, to plan, to manifest. It feels really good and supported that way. Or maybe there is a special birthday coming up, or a anniversary of some sort, because again, when the sun returns to the place it was when this happened or that happened, that's considered an anniversary. But with this moon and sun, this could be talking about your parents. The moon would be the mother, the sun would be the father. maybe just spending time or upgrading your relationship with your parents, or if you have parents who have passed away or one or the other has passed away, maybe you are just learning new ways to communicate to them beyond the veil, or those of you estranged from a parent or both parents, maybe you are, that message or letter you're getting could be from an estranged parent. We also have a cat here, so you could be a cat lover. You could identify as a Lyran starseed. You could have Leo in your chart. I mean, this can mean many different things, but to me, cats represent independence, so something leveling up for you. If you were really dependent on someone in your life, maybe you're gaining this sense of independence. Could actually be from you being able to create more income and more abundance, again, with that hard work that I feel you guys have put in. You're feeling fancy, you're making things happen, you're adapting to your environment, you're stepping out of the comfort zone, but still able to keep up with what's going on. And with this rabbit here, that's fertility to me. That feels like this little moon here almost reminds me of a painter's palette. So those of you who are looking to start a creative project, the fact that it's kind of tied up in this weird little, I don't even know, rabbit, and the color pink, which to me would represent that heart chakra. And we've also got the pink starfish heart chakra energy there as well. So maybe this adaptability is having to do with a love relationship. It doesn't always have to be romantic, but it can. And maybe just getting more creative in your romantic life. And we also have a hand here, and it says handmade. So some of you may be, with that paint palette, maybe you are actually painting or creating something with your hands. With this mask here, normally it's like remove the mask to show the world the real you. Like I do get that vibe from this, but this to me feels like that, like battle helmet almost. Like I'm putting this on to go into battle. So something upgrading for you guys could just be that you don't have to fight so hard with other people in your life, or scenarios and situations in your life. You can just let it be. You can just let your truth be known and then just leave it at that without having to try to force your opinion or agenda. That could be something leveling up, is that people actually get what you mean and you don't have to try to explain yourself over and over again. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming up for you guys. I mean, lots of good stuff is upgrading. So I hope you enjoyed this 2-part reading. You will have to let me know below what you thought. If you like the additional little things with the little cards, the fortunes, the story cubes, and the charms, I think they're a fun little addition to the channel, but you'll have to let me know below if you like them, or any stories you want to share about the 2 piles or more piles, however many piles you just selected. You can go ahead and let me know all the things about that. But thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, the Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Hope to see you over there. Link for that channel is in the description below. Alright, bye! Alright, for those of you who selected option B, this is going to be your reading, the thing leveling up for you guys. We've got the crown chakra, clear quartz, that is that beautiful depiction in watercolor on the back, and the word peace. In stillness, the answer will be revealed. So many of you are actually really strengthening or getting this upgrade or up level to your crown chakra, which is actually going to put you in more direct communication with source or your spirit guides or crossover loved ones. You're just feeling a lot more connected to the other side. So maybe you're getting a lot of tingles on the top of your head, or even pressure in your head, headaches, maybe feeling like something pops inside your brain. That's a very common symptom of your third eye opening for certain people. I mean, not everybody will feel that or hear that, but some people do. But there is just this sense of peace that's coming to you. So something upgrading in your life could just be that even if you are remaining busy, you're just having this underlying sense of calm and peace that's going to be following you, which I think for many of you is going to be like a breath of fresh air, a sigh of relief that thank goodness, yes, we can do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some story cubes, some charms, and a fortune for you guys as well, if I didn't say that at the beginning. We're doing story cubes, we got charms, we got fortunes, a little ASMR. Okay, let's get a couple story cubes. Woo, fall off the table. We've got a monkey, and we've got some gears, and already I'm forming an opinion on that. That's so interesting. Okay. Interesting. You got double owls. Oh, that is so magical. Oh my goodness, every single thing you guys have here is an animal or an insect. We've got a butterfly and the rest are animals. I don't think that's ever happened. Wow. You've even got a monkey on this. I can't. Oh my gosh. Let's get your fortune so I can just be mind blown and get right into this. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get it going. All right, you guys have, you will be unusually successful in business. And I'm going to go ahead and read the lucky numbers because these may mean something to you. You can do whatever you want with these numbers. You can look up the angel number meaning of these. You can add them all up and look up the number reduced, whatever you want to do. We've got the lucky number 23, 24, 14, 45, 55, and 29. And interesting, the word, learn Chinese here at the bottom, to ground, the word is di or D-I is how you spell that. So maybe grounding, getting out in nature with all this, fauna. Lots of animals here, but let's get into this. First, let's start with the story cubes because we did pull those first, but we've got the monkey, and the first thing I heard was monkey mind. Settling the monkey mind, which makes a lot of sense with this crown chakra and getting this sense of peace. Peaceful mind, not having such a busy, cluttered, chaotic mind state. Especially those of you who selected the pile where we were talking about insomnia or stepping out of limiting beliefs. Man, you really knew what you were doing when you selected option B today because, wow, calming that monkey mind. But to me, monkeys are very versatile animals. They climb, they eat insects, they eat fruit, they walk around, they jump, they leap from branch to branch. They're very flexible animals as well. So to me, this is just having this sense of flexibility in your life where before maybe you're like, if things don't go according to my plan, I'm going to be very upset. You're just getting more elasticity or more flexibility in your life. We also have the gears here, which monkey mind, and then I saw the gears come out and I'm like, the gears are turning like in your mind when you really start brainstorming or thinking about something. So maybe this monkey mind that some of you had really been dealing with, as a result of getting that to calm down a little, the thoughts that you do think are actually going to be very productive. They're going to really work in your favor, bring you aha moments, epiphanies. Just really great ideas are coming through that crown chakra. These are divinely inspired, divinely guided, beautiful, blessed ideas. Okay, so we've also got here the butterfly, which is all about transformation. They have to go through that metamorphosis to come out this beautiful butterfly that can then take flight. So many of you, the thing upgrading in your life is you're about to take flight because we did not get the caterpillar. We did not get the chrysalis. We got the butterfly. So you guys are ready to soar into your future. This really is something that you guys have been through recently or maybe even in the distant past has really brought you to where you are now so that you really can finally take flight. They're showing me your past as being that caterpillar for so long that then became the cocoon and you're like, this hermit mode, this cocoon is never going to end. Well, it's about to up level for you that you're coming out of that chrysalis, the cocoon, and you are taking flight. It's beautiful. So we also have the double owls here, 2 owls, a gold one and a silver. So owls are all about wisdom and also connection to ancestors. I just heard, which is interesting because I don't think I've ever made that connection myself. I don't even know if that's a thing. But looking up any of these spirit guides, animals, animal totems that you would like to know more about, you can look up the monkey, the butterfly, the owls, cats, elephants. You got 2 cats and 2 owls. You got Hello Kitty and a cute little Siamese looking cat over here as well. So double cat meaning, which cats are all about independence and just very smart animals. They know what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and if you don't provide, they are on to the next. So some of you really are stepping into this sense of independence where maybe before you did feel stuck or stagnant or like you had to wait for other people's approval or opinions or money to come through to help you, assistance in some way, but you're finding a way now to operate where you don't need so much help from other people. It's not to say you have to cut everyone off and just be a complete independent person. Like, that's not really what we're saying here. This is just more about finding that independence where you can so you don't have to rely on people to really shine your light in the world. But with, again, going back to the owl symbolism, to me this is just also you guys maybe wanting to stay up later. Again, we were curing insomnia or trying to cure some insomnia in one of the piles, but I'm really feeling for some of you, maybe you're shifting your circadian rhythm, or your circadian rhythm is a little bit off and you're shifting it back to where you enjoy being. Those of you who really enjoy creating at night or being up at night or just enjoying a quieter time in the nighttime, stargazing, like these are all ways that you can really make the best of that beautiful nighttime mode. But with this elephant here, I just heard Spirit say that elephants are the keepers of the wisdom of the earth. So maybe pairing it up with all this wisdom, you've got 3 things talking about wisdom, but elephants are also very loyal, very intelligent. And again, remember that saying, an elephant never forgets. So maybe you guys are remembering stuff from your past, your childhood, maybe even past life recall. You're remembering things from the past so that you can utilize this information in your now moment and in your future. So for those of you doing some sort of past life regression or just trying to recover memories from your childhood or your past so that you can heal, this is beautiful energy to be able to do that. And also just being able to put the past behind you or go back to your roots, so to speak, to become or to step more into that child you once were before the world jaded you. Like, this is also energy I'm seeing because we have this Hello Kitty here, which to me always and forever will remind me of my own childhood, and especially coloring. I had a lot of different Hello Kitty coloring books as a child, and I just always adored just kind of the simplicity of the Hello Kitty and the Sanrio gang. Just very simple but cute and fun kind of art. Maybe some of you are really delving into an art style that feels very simple and fun and colorful maybe, and then I'm seeing also maybe diving into an art style that's more intricate and in-depth, because this elephant and these 2 owls are very intricately designed, so they're not that simple. So maybe you are exploring the gamut between simple art design or more intricate art and design, or maybe you're mixing the 2 together. But you have a lot of fun and interesting stuff leveling up. But again, though, before we do close out, going back to that grounding, getting out in nature, connecting with the animals, the earth, the air, the water, the trees and plants, like this is really going to benefit you guys and really help activate that crown chakra, which you would think, well, isn't the grounding helping your root chakra? Absolutely it is, but it's also giving you a strong connection to be able to connect to your crown and beyond the veil, basically. So if you're connecting beyond the veil, if you're not grounded, one thing, you may not remember all that information, and for 2, what are you then going to do with it? If you're grounded and connected to spirit, woo, get out of your way. There is no stopping you. So I think that is all I'm seeing for you, option B. But you will have to let me know below what you thought about the story cubes, the charms, and this kind of little 2-part reading kind of setup that I've got here. If you enjoy it, or if you just kind of maybe want me more to stick to just the straight piles, that would be fine too. Just let me know your thoughts on that if you want to divulge that information to me. And any other little stories or comments you want to share, I always love to hear from you guys, and at the very least give you a little heart emoji on your comment, or if I can, try to respond to you. I love you guys, and I just wanted to say thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there, the Done Creative Live. Link for that channel is in the description, and I hope to see you back here and over there. All right, bye!